Twisted fly is a fly stitch variation that you can use any place that you would use a fly stitch. And it's pretty simple to learn as long as you remember that that's what you're doing and that you're not doing the original fly stitch. So I've come up here on what I'll call the left and down on the right, and I'm beginning this the way I would a normal fly stitch. I have my needle coming out at a diagonal, so this will be the center of the stitch. Now, instead of coming over the thread, I'm going under my loop. Remember, it's just a loop stitch. So this is where I would normally have a fly stitch loop, and the needle and thread would come up there. But instead, I'm going to, notice I've got my thread off here, just keeping it out of my way. I'm going to come down from the top side of that loop with my needle. And I'm bringing it through, and this is where I make the little twist. Now that's important. See how I snugged that up? There's the twist. And now I can sink down to make the tail to anchor it. So we'll do another one. You can see that you can make them kind of holding hands like this. You can stack them up. Each one of these flies is independent of the previous one. So here's my loop. I'm going underneath it, keeping my thread off to the left side. And I'm doing it this way because Sue Spargo in her book illustrates it with the thread going off to the left side. You can also do everything with the other side, but all right, there I snug it up. You can see I have a nice little twist, and I sink it down. So I don't want to show too many variations here to get people confused. We'll do another one. I really do find that where I have the biggest difficulty is right here, that it's so easy to do this, where you've got your needle coming over the thread. If I do that, see, now there's no way to make a twist. Now I've just done a regular fly stitch, and you can see the difference. There's the little twist, and there's a plain one without a twist. We'll do another one with a twist. That's going to be the loop. My needle and thread are going to be off to the side. I'm going to come through there, make the little twist, and sink it down. Now, I'm going through with the pointy end of the needle. I think it's easier to illustrate it that way, but this is how Sue Spargo shows it. So if you prefer to do it this way, it's the same stitch. You make the loop. She shows it in her book, coming with the threaded end of the needle there, coming in backwards. But it's the same thing. The thread is traveling in the same direction. She just illustrates it a little differently. But don't worry about which direction so much that she shows the needle pointing. Just think about what path the thread is taking. So there's the loop, coming around, pulling it through, snugging it up, and sinking it down. So you can use fly stitch to make leaves, you can make a little border, you can make a stack of them, you can make them holding hands, they can go in a little circle. You can do a lot of variations.